What is up? In today's video, I am going to be talking about which shotgun I think is best in Fortnite Zero build. So currently, there are 3 shotguns: the Iron Pump shotgun, the Twin Hammer shotguns, and the Sovereign shotgun. So the Iron Pump shotgun is like your typical pump shotgun. It does high damage and low fire rate. The Twin Hammers are the spammy shotgun this season, and the Sovereign shotgun was recently added, but it's like a middle ground shotgun with a fire rate between them and damage between them, but with a very large spread. So, first up, I want to talk about the Iron Pump shotgun. So, the Iron Pump shotgun hits really high damage. So especially in like high rarities. So if you have a mythic or a gold one, it does over 200 damage. And I know since I'm talking about Zero build, this won't one-shot. But still, if you hit a perfect shot with this shotgun, it will pretty much just win you the fight. Because if you hit someone for 210 damage, that will basically just win you the fight. However, if you miss your pump shot and someone is just good with the Twin Hammers and can just keep hitting you, that can also lose you the fight. But I feel like there's so many different playstyles you can use with this shotgun. And with the Twin Hammers, you can only use one. Like, you can only run up in someone's face and hold down the trigger with the Twin Hammer shotguns. But with the pump shotgun, like, you can be behind cover. You can, like, if you have a right shoulder peek behind cover, you can, like, use that a lot more effectively to just shoot one shot, do, like, 120 damage. And then go right back in cover. If you try to do, like, the same thing with the Twin Hammers, you're going to end up doing a lot less damage. So that's one reason I think the pump is a lot better. Also, when tested in creative, it will actually kill faster than the Twin Hammers and the Sovereign shotgun if you pump swap perfectly. So if you have good aim, like you can hit headshots and you can pump swap effectively, the Iron Pump is going to be really effective. Also, when you are flying and you aim down sights in air, like the shotgun is also good at landing damage from the air. Like, you can consistently land if you're close to them, like about 60 to 80 damage with it. And with the other shotguns, like, you're not going to end up doing that much damage. So this shotgun can be really strong, but it requires you to be really consistent and almost perfect with it. And that's not the case with the Twin Hammer shotguns, which could be a factor that pushes you towards using the Twin Hammer shotguns. So the Twin Hammer shotguns are like the typical spammy shotgun of this season. So they have a fire rate of 2 bullets per second, and the damage is not great. It's about, in gold rarity, 130 headshot and 88 body shot, and then in common it's 105 headshot. And I'm not quite sure what the body shot is, but it's close to like 60. So the damage isn't great, but the range is all right. Like, it's not crazy, but it's all right. Unlike like the Twin Hammer shotgun in Chapter 6 had absolutely no range, this one actually has some range to it. But it's not like you can use it at long range, but its effective has a little bit more range than the Twin Hammer shotguns. Than the Twin Fire auto shotgun. But like, okay, so with this shotgun, you don't have to be that perfect. So if you just like get damage on someone, you fly up, you land on them, you just hold down the trigger, and you'll do pretty good in the fight. Versus if you're like using the pump, like you can't just hold down the trigger. So if you're like a newer player and you're not very good at pump swapping and you're kind of newer to the game, like using these Twin Hammer shotguns is typically gonna be the best for you, because all you have to do is just get in someone's face and hold down the trigger. As with the pump, you have to actually like think about shoot your shotgun, swap to your AR, shoot your AR, and then swap back to your shotgun and repeat that. And with the Twin Hammers, you don't have to worry about any of that. So the Twin Hammers can be really strong if you're going to do that. However, I feel like if you're good with the pump, you're just going to be so much better than if the Twin Hammers. So that's why I'm going to prefer using the pump this season. But I know some people will definitely be preferring the Twin Hammers, and the Twin Hammers are really solid. Like, at the beginning of Chapter 6, we had the Sentinel Pump and the Twin Fire auto shotgun, and the auto shotgun was just so terrible that no one was using it. Like, it was just legit one of the worst auto shotguns we've ever had in the game, but this one is actually good, so this one is actually worth using, unlike the Twin Fire auto shotgun. So, next up is we have our last shotgun, the Sovereign shotgun. And I'm going to tell you up front, this is not a weapon I'm a fan of. It just feels really clunky with aiming down sights. Like, it aims in slowly, and then especially the fire rate after you aim down sights being slowed down makes the gun feel really clunky. and its massive pellet spread makes it feel extremely inconsistent. So, like, the pellet spread is like by far the largest of all these shotguns, which basically means that the pellet spread is how wide the pellet spread is, and you get damage from shotguns by how many pellets in the spread you hit, and the wider the spread is, the harder it's going to be to get consistent damage. And this shotgun is not really effective past barrel stuffing range unless you aim down sights, which then reduces your fire rate and makes it, like, bad. Now, it is alright as a barrel stuffing shotgun if you just hold down the trigger in someone's face, like you're doing with Gold Rarity, 103 body shot and 155 headshot, which is really good. But it's just having that massive pellet spread makes it really inconsistent feeling and just not an enjoyable weapon to use. So, like, you can use the shotgun to aim down sights in air because the aim down sights is pretty good. Like, it does aim down sights inconsiderably and then allow you to use it to play off cover. So, like, you can do like 50 damage while aim down sights in air. Although I just feel like it's underwhelming. Like, if you're playing against the twin hammer shotguns at close range, if you have a hold down the trigger battle where you just hold down the trigger against the twin hammer shotguns, you're probably going to end up losing that fight because the twin hammer shotguns are just so much better at being a spammy shotgun. And if you try to like pump swap while aiming down sights, you're just going to lose to the pump because the pump is much better at that. And if you try to like play out of cover with it and shoot and then go back into cover, you're going to lose to the pump because the pump is also just much better at playing off cover because it does so much more damage per shot. So, in summary, I think the twin hammers and the iron pump shotgun are both really good options for zero build. And the twin hammers are like good if you're a beginner. The iron pump is good if you're like a little more skilled. The sovereign shotgun just isn't that good. I mean, like, you can do work with it. Like, if you see in my latest video that I posted about my raid gameplay breakdown, I'm actually using the sovereign shotgun in it. So when it first came out, I thought it was really good. But after I played with it a little bit more, I was like, this shotgun's not it. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If drop it down in the comments which shotgun you'll be using, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.